Awesome.
So, introducing you guys to Gutsy here. Gutsy is not your type, right? No longer zany?
Yeah, no longer zany.
Okay. So, Gutsy is a former Lucas player, now a Ness player, who is an intermediate level player. You do pretty well at your own events, right?
Yeah, sometimes I do extremely well, and then sometimes I do terrible.
Okay.
It's just sometimes it just depends.
It's the inconsistencies here and there. It happens.
Yeah.
So because you said you struggle a lot against Diddy Kong, the character that I have for you to fight right now, instead of Mario, which is the usual, is your favorite friend.
Diddy. Oh man.
Oh boy. So, we're gonna start this to... Okay, hold on. We have a problem. Can you cut the background audio? Would that be possible?
Let me see here.
Because I'm hearing the audio from your end, from the music, and the audio from my music, and they're completely different songs.
How about that?
I think that sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna start this the way I've been starting other lessons these days. Try to get like a foothold of where you are right now. I'm gonna go ahead and post the link to the notes right after I change the name of the notes to Gutsy. Gutsy. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. It's been so long since I've played Diddy, but it shouldn't take too long for me to do that. No, actually, it's going to be absolutely horrendous for me to pick up Diddy right now. It shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to be messing up a lot, and I hope you do. There was actually a time way back in the day where I picked up Diddy for, oh my god, Diddy privilege. Oh, okay. Forgot that was a thing. Let's try that one more time. And see if I can actually get a feel for my character. So I picked up Diddy for about a week. So I wanted to see how he played. And see what I can get from it. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if I can't remember this a little bit. Okay, the patience. Oh my god, this lag. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Anyways, I can attribute that partially to the fact that I suck as Diddy, but you don't seem to have much trouble against a Diddy that's just trying to pressure you in your base. So ignorant Diddy's not too bad of a problem. It's more so the passive ones that you struggle against, right?
Yeah, it's the they hang out by lead. Leave banana on their tongue. And then it's like as soon as I get close, I just get stuffed out.
Okay, so I'm gonna look right here at Alright, let's try one more time. Reset your percent. I'm sorry, that day was embarrassing. Duplicate. Duplicate stages are... No, there's a word for it. Duplicate stages are something. Duplicate stages are blank. Like, they are... extraneous?
Oh my god, I'm thinking of the word now.
It's something like that. It's like they're irrelevant because they're duplicate. But duplicate can work, I guess. You could just say they're duplicate. And did not imply anything like it. But I mean specifically saying, like, we don't want them because they're duplicate. Anyways, let's go ahead for the second stock. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Oh god, that's not an attack. What am I doing? I'm upset. I'm bad. I'm upset because I'm bad. That's not fair. I should probably not use Diddy for this exercise and use a character I can actually play. I can make a better god on this. Yeah, let's end the battle. I'm sorry, this isn't getting us anywhere.
You're good, man.
I thought I could remember my week old Diddy, but it's not coming out. It's not happening.
Not happening.
No. I'm embarrassing myself. We're going back to Mario. We're gonna start from the top. Reset the lesson timer. 9:34. Alright, so we're gonna go until 10:34 because I wasted almost 10 minutes of our time.
You're good, man.
Alright, so we're gonna play like it's the first stock.
Alright, cool.
Very nice. Okay, good. So, same result. Rushdown does not work well against you. You play a very smart passing game there. Okay, so let's reset percent. Let's go for the second time. Let's go. Okay.
Jeez.
So that's about where the issue was that you described. Let's see. So. Plays and disadvantage. Okay. The third one. Let's give this a shot. Oh right, I need to reset percent. My bad.
Pretty good.
Okay. One more song. Let's go.
That was dirty, man.
Okay, that kind of fell apart after I won neutral once. I wasn't able to get a read on you. You see. Let's try that one more time. Okay. Nice. Beat me to it. Okay, not bad.
That was a dumb choice there at the end.
Yeah, it happens. Let's see. Okay. So I liked how you were adapting in that. You definitely remembered the previous lessons and how to deal with each situation. You're definitely playing to that pretty well. It's the moment-to-moment situations that you seem to struggle with a little more. Let's do one more stock and then move on to the lesson.
All right.
Okay. Let's go. Ooh, that was spicy. Got me. I couldn't get anything. Hold on, let's try that one more time. That was too spicy. All right, let's go. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh god, I killed myself. Rude! Okay. So, let me write down some notes on that. So you definitely play like someone who came from Tremendo school of how to play neutral.
What is it?
You definitely play like someone who came from Tremendo school of how to neutral. So I'm glad my other lessons served you well. So let's talk about a little bit about what you're lacking right now. So the main thing that I noticed right off the bat in our sessions there was that you have a big habit of what I call holding forward.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what this is hold on. Let me just write some notes real quick. Okay, so what holding forward is, it's essentially what I call when someone doesn't know the difference between the neutral and disadvantage. It's essentially when you hard commit and telegraph your options when trying to get back to center stage. So like, let's say I throw you off the stage. I want you to try to recover. Okay, I want you to realize what you just did. You, like, when rising, you jumped at the stage and you attacked me, right?
Yep.
I want you to try that one more time. I hope you're realizing what's going on right now.
Yeah, I do.
If you overcommit and jump on the stage and make it very predictable what you're going to do, then it's going to be extremely easy for the opponent to just catch you out. Ness doesn't really have that many ways. Like, this is one of the things that Ness has that he's somewhat decent, or he kind of struggles with mixing up his options off stage, so he does have that he can land on stage with some big, fast hitboxes. But the thing is, one, he doesn't get much off of it. Like, if you hit me with a forward air, what's it gonna do? You're still at ledge, and I'm just in center stage because fair doesn't have much knockback. And 2, if I block your fair, you can die for it.
Yeah.
Or you can get thrown off stage and take a lot of percent in the meantime. So you either stay in disadvantage, or you get put in a worse position. Like, it's not a bad thing to want to hit your opponent on ledge, but if you go for it every single time, or if you always try to land on the stage, then it becomes increasingly obvious what you want to do. Now, let's talk a little bit about what advantage and... No, let's talk a little bit about the phases of battle. Refresh on that a little bit. So, neutral, we're all very familiar with. When you're neutral, you can do anything you want. And there's not much threat of your opponent doing much about it. Like, I could taunt from across the stage, and you cannot punish me. There's no fear of it, because I can get closer to you, that's all I can do. I don't have enough time to punish you. That's the beauty of neutral. When you're at this far of a distance, you're not being threatened by your opponent at all. It's once you get into this mid-range that the situations start enveloping themselves. This is a point of contention where my unreactable zone intersects your unreactable zone. This is where neutral happens. This is where the spice happens. This is where Tremendo school of how to play neutral comes in. You're very familiar with this. So do you remember what it is that creates stage control?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember what it is that creates stage control? Like, essentially, what is it that determines how much control you have over the stage?
Well, wouldn't that be where you're at?
Well, it's not so much where you're at. It's what you can do is where you're at.
Well, what are you doing? Yeah.
The way that I teach it, stage control is the product of the space that you can put out a hitbox before your opponent can react. Your unreactable zone. So the space around you that you can hit before your opponent can react to what you're gonna do is your stage control. And then that's your direct. That's the stage you directly control. The space you're denying to your opponent, the space behind you is it's also stuff that's in your control, but indirectly. You can use it as a resource, essentially. Like, I'm not there. I can't cover someone who's on the other side of the stage, right here on the ledge, but I'm stopping you from getting there. Therefore, I control it. Because if you try to come into me, then I can back off and use it as a resource. It's essentially like a game of give and take. Because I backed off, now you move forward, now you have the control over that part of the stage that I just gave up. And so, Smash Bros. Is like a massive game of tug of war. It's a sumo wrestling. You want to take as much stage as you can, and prevent your opponent from taking up space. You want your opponent to take up so little space that they're not even in the ring anymore. And that's what the game's all about. So stage control is a very important resource. That's part one. Frame advantage is the main contributor to whether you're in advantage or disadvantage. If you can hit faster than your opponent, you have an advantage. But it's not just about what you can hit with, it's about what you can do with that hit. So for example, from this range, I can get you with a down tilt. And a down tilt can actually lead to some combos. You, from this range, don't really have much in the way of unreactable options that give you a lot of reward besides dash grab. I have dash grab too. So if we're dealing with the range of our dash grabs, then we're about evenly matched. So our spacing games are generally going to be around trying to get our highest reward options and trying to throw people off with that. So your dash attack is a long range, very long range. But if you hit someone with your dash attack, you don't get anything from it besides stage control. So it's a tiny bit of reward, but it's not anything to write home about. Meanwhile, if you get me with a grab, you get a lot from it. So generally, you want to use your dash attack to catch people off guard. But the thing is, like, let's say you try come at me with a dash attack. Dash attack has a long range, but it also has a long cooldown. So if your opponent blocks the attack, you get punished hard. Like, it's a free punish for whoever wants it. And that's something you gotta keep in mind when you're deciding which attacks to use. Dash attack is a good poke. It's a decent gap closer, to catch people off guard. But if your opponent's playing reactively, like if I'm playing from a distance and you're trying to use that to close the gap, you're gonna die because I'm reacting to your approach. Especially from this distance, like even if you try coming at me with a dash grab instead of a dash attack, I can off of Wi-Fi, I can tell the difference because when you're going to do that max range dash grab, like honestly, I can just roll, I can jump out of the way, I can throw out an attack and just like get out of dodge. On Wi-Fi, it's hard because there's a lot of lag, to be honest. His dash attack crossed me up the foot. That's because he's got big head, little feet. His head went through me. His little feet stayed behind, so I grabbed his feet. This is Smash Brothers. So, those are two things. Another thing about frame advantage is not just about the range that you can throw out an attack. It's about what you can do from the position you're in. So, like, if you're committing to an attack, or if you jump, or if you're holding shield, you have a different unreactable zone. So your frame advantage becomes different. If you're holding shield, you can't dash grab until 7 frames are up. So you can't unreactably get someone with that from a good distance. You can't get a running start before going for the dash grab. If you're in the air, you can't grab people. And you also can't block. So it's like you have different ranges of influence depending on what you're doing with your life. And that completely changes the nature of frame advantage. If you overcommit to an option, you can't do another option. It's why pressing no buttons, pressing nothing, is such a powerful option, because when you press nothing, you can do anything. Now, the reason I'm saying all this is to set up into the recap for the phases of battle.
Okay.
When you have more options, when you have more advantages than your opponent, you're taking away options from your opponent. Either because they're in a different position, or because there's less that you can do before you can threaten them. So for example, if you're on ledge, you can't move backwards. So that's an option that's taken away. You can't back off, because if you back off, you're off stage. Meanwhile, I can back off all I want. I have the entire stage to back off. So here, I am at a positional advantage, and thus I'm an advantage. It's a small advantage, but it's an advantage. Now, when it comes to frame advantage, we're still relatively even. Like, I can do whatever I want, you can do whatever I want. We still have this microspacing game that we can do. But because you have less space to move with, it's harder for you to microspace and get around my frame. It's hard for you to deal with what I'm dealing with. I can just throw out this wall, and you have to respect it. And if you try to use an option to get me off of you, then you're committing. And that right there is what makes this position so powerful. I don't have to commit. I can go in and out all I want. But you moving forward have to commit. Same thing, like, you flip the situation. You can wall me out all you want, but I have to commit if I want to get to you. Like, I don't have much space to do anything. If you're, like, close enough, like, threatening the space, if I dash forward, I can't shield. So I have to walk, and if I walk, it's easier for you to react. So no matter what I do, it's still a very powerful position for you. And when you have these advantages, your opponent has less options. This is the important part. When your opponent has less options, they become more predictable. This is what this whole thing was leading to.
Okay.
If your opponent's more predictable, then it becomes easier to tell what they're going to do. Obviously enough. And it becomes easier to make reads, and hard reads, hard call-outs, end people's lives. And the issue is this, is that if you use an option, like that jump fair, keep in mind this. You can't grab ledge when you are rising. The only way that Ness can grab ledge when he's rising in that position is if he PK Thunders in that position. And that's a lot of lag before you can grab ledge. You have to do it in the right position. Like, there's a couple of people that do, like, double jump and then PK Thunder right there. But in that time, I could have already down smashed you. I could have already forward smashed you. I could have already smacked you. No? Not a very safe position. So,
I see.
Generally, the main thing that you're going to do is you're going to rise up and you're going to land on the stage. Or you're going to stay at a distance where you can't really be punished and you're going to try to grab the ledge, which often happens when you go low. Ness's options are rather predictable in this position. He can either go low and try to jump and barely clip over the stage to grab ledge, or he can jump up and try to hit the opponent on the ledge, or he can jump up and try to do nothing. But in general, if you jump up to land on the stage, I can just take a step back and forward smash you if you overcome into landing on the stage. Because there's nothing you can really hit me with that's going to outrange my forward smash. And my forward smash is going to kill you. So this is what you have to keep in mind when you're in a tough spot like this. This is why you get trapped at ledge a lot.
Okay.
And this is also what you need to think about when you need to ledge trap someone else. So, if the opponent's at ledge, let's go over the basics over this real quick. I want you to experience this for yourself. Get on ledge real quick. I want you to try to get behind me. I want you to see how easy it is to get behind me. Not easy at all. Try it again. Oh, well, even that, you managed to push me back. But in general, if there's space between me and you, it's not easy for you to cross me up. Because you have to get through all that space, and when you try to get through all that space, you have to react. So me here in this position, like, yeah, you can intercept me like that. And like, if I try to go over you, you can catch the landing pretty well. Now, I want you to compare that to this situation. Get back on ledge. I want you to try to get over me now. Back in neutral. Easy. If I'm right next to you, you can cross me up easily. And, I mean, it's science. How much room do you have to move in order to get behind me when I'm right next to you? Absolutely nothing. But if I'm at a distance, you have to run through my entire unreactable zone. And that's where the trouble happens. So, if you don't know what your opponent's going to do, then generally what you want to do is react. Are you going to guess if you don't know what your opponent's going to do? You can't. You can try. You could throw out an option that's safe if you landed, but at the same time, you're committing. So if the opponent does something else, then you lost your chance. So, what you can do instead is put yourself at a range where you can react to whatever they do. So if you're at that distance, maybe even a little closer, if I roll, you can very easily cover it. Assuming not Wi-Fi. Very easily. If I jump, you can cover my landing or throw out an aerial attack like that, and even if you miss, you can still back off. You know, you can get a nice juggle, get some good percent on me. If I neutral get up, I'm still on ledge. It doesn't matter if you don't hit me immediately. I'm still on ledge. You're still at an advantage. And you can try to do something, you still have that chance. That's a little upsetting, I'm not gonna lie. That's why your lessons always come full circle to just press nothing. I mean, it's the future. This is what people need to do. People need to press nothing. If you press nothing, then you can press anything. Press nothing to be able to press something. If you press something now, you won't be able to press something later when you need it. But, I mean, it's just an option that a lot of people don't keep in mind. People always try to anticipate what their opponent's going to do. They throw out their option, they throw away their ability to act. And they just die. Or they lose their chance to make the other guy die. It's like when you're edgeguarding Cloud and you're just standing in front of him, just waiting for him to press a button. It's the same way I edgeguard Ness. It's Shulk. It's just, I hang in front of them until they have to up B, and then I just kill them. Because eventually they have to press something, and if they air dodge, I react and forward air. But anyways, that's one of the main secrets to ledge trapping. First off, If you don't know what they're going to do, then put yourself at a range where you can react. And then just cover them. Don't press buttons if you don't have to, just react. Like, if you can throw out a safe option, that's fine, but like, don't guess what I'm going to do. React. Don't anticipate, react. Very important. I mean, it's harder on Wi-Fi. I don't blame you. You can honestly get away with like throwing out like lingering attacks like a forward air or something to get him back off stage. But it's not going to leave you much if you don't get anything off of it. That was pretty good. In general, your goal when you're in advantage... Let me talk a little bit about this. When you are in advantage, or when you're in neutral, let's go step by step. When you're in neutral, your goal is to win advantage. It's not to hit the other person, it's to take advantage. You can take advantage without hitting anyone, ever. Because let's say you're fighting a passive opponent, and you walk forward, and they walk back. Suddenly, they're on ledge. You have control of the stage, you're in advantage. You didn't press a button, they didn't press a button. They just were scared of you. The same thing applies, like, the other way around. So you can, like, run forward at someone and block. And then them playing passively, they'll try to back off. Like, they're scared of your block, so they're just gonna back off. And then you push them to the ledge, and then suddenly you have advantage, you didn't have to press a button. Now, conversely, your goal in advantage isn't to hit your opponent. It's to keep the advantage. Because while you're in advantage, hitting the opponent becomes easy. The longer you're in advantage, the easier it'll be to keep hitting the opponent. So, I mean, obviously, the goal of the game... No, the goal of the game isn't even to hit your opponent. Like, you can win a game without your opponent ever being hit by you. It's very easy. They kill themselves twice. You won. Your goal is to kill your opponent, not to hit them. Hitting them just makes it easier to kill them later. And the longer you keep them in advantage, the easier it is to kill them. The more opportunities you'll have to kill them.
Keeping them in advantage?
Yes. If you keep them in advantage, then they'll be easier to hit and easier to kill. And you'll have more chances to win. You'll be more likely to win. If you play a game always from the advantage, it's very unlikely that you're going to lose.
Wait, so you were saying keep them an advantage or disadvantage?
No. Like, keep your advantage.
Okay.
You don't want to keep them an advantage. That's punching bag talk. So, one very important aspect of that is what you're working on right now, which is ledge trapping. The longer you can keep them at ledge, the longer you keep your advantage. If they get past you on ledge, then you lose your advantage. So, very important, don't overcommit when trapping someone on ledge. Like, you can take some options like that down smash. It's a low risk, high reward, because what's going to happen if you miss? Nothing. It's low cooldown. But if you hit them, you can kill them at stupid early percents. And if possible, try to avoid picking options that will reset your opponent back to neutral. Hey, right there. If you went off stage and edge guard me, you could potentially take my stuff. When your opponent's out of options, like right now when I don't have a jump, now is the time to smack them. Because now, I mean, if you overcommit like that, then no. But
Yeah.
like, not only did I make it back, but you didn't. But you know what I mean. Beyond that, another aspect of ledge trapping. Yo, Benny, how you doing? D-Fear. Oh boy, that's my boy. You wanna talk about Diddy Kong? This is Diddy Kong right here. He can be your friend. Anyways, so another aspect of ledge trapping is not just hitting your opponent, because reacting to your opponent every single time they do something from ledge is only going to get you mostly chip damage, because if you're reacting and not anticipating and punishing, you're not getting much besides straight hits. What you really want to do while you're doing this is observe your opponents and their options. What do they prefer doing? What is their game plan when they're on the ledge? What do they want, and how are they going to try to do it? Once you know what they want, and how they're going to go for it, then you can start making reads, or you can start conditioning them. You know they want something because you're doing something, you can adjust what you're doing to make it so they want something else. So let's say you're not very good at covering jump. You can discourage jumps by throwing out active hitboxes like fairs, right where they're going to be jumping. Or you can stay at a distance and like throw out up airs or something like that. Just make it obvious that you're looking for a jump. And then maybe they'll be more likely to pick a different option, like neutral getup or roll. And at that point, you can grab them. And you get a lot of reward for the grab that you wouldn't have gotten if they jumped. This is how conditioning works. You trick someone into doing something that is not necessarily what they want to do. It's what you want them to do. So another way to think about this is dealing with position. I want you to stand at roll distance. Or rather, better yet. It's better if you experience this. Go on ledge. Let's say I'm standing right here. What option do you want to pick from ledge? Exactly. I can't really threaten you right there. Now, go back on ledge. Let's say I'm standing right here. What option do you want to pick from ledge? Yeah, something like that would work really well. Or maybe even a roll or something like that. Like if I dash towards you in that position, you're probably going to roll because I committed to moving forward. So one thing that I like to do once I condition people to roll, once I know that someone likes to roll or someone likes to neutral getup, is, especially a shock because I have the lingering up smash. One thing I'll do is this. Like get back on ledge. Like I'll go forward so they try to roll, and then I'll do the up smash. Like it's with a shield. So they see me roll. They see me go forward. And in seeing me go forward, they commit to the next option. And I do the same thing in reverse. I'm standing here, I step away, act like I committed to backing off, and then I come back for the up smash. And I get them with a neutral getup because they think it's safe. That might be a little trickier to pull off with Ness, but there's definitely alternatives you can do. Like going for grabs, or going for down smash, or things like that. It's stuff that you'll generally have to figure out. So what you need to be thinking of is what are your best options when someone is in a bad position like this, and what can you do about it. So for example, one thing that I like to do when I play as Ness is I like to stand at the very edge where you're standing, and if I read a jump, I up B. And it clips them. And it's intangible at first. And so oftentimes they'll just get clipped, and then you circle it around and hit yourself and they die. And it's relatively safe if you miss. Yo, can you pay for lessons? I mean, by all means, man, but I think you're pretty good exactly as you are. I could talk to you a little bit about my my philosophy of fundamentals. We can discuss that a little bit. You nasty, dude. I'm down though. You can fake ledge trumps to force support, get a roll, get up option. Yeah, that too. When you're on ledge, when people are sitting on ledge, if someone goes for a trump, then oftentimes like they're gonna get trumped. You don't want to get trumped. So if you condition someone by trumping repeatedly, they're going to start buffering ledge options. They can't neutral get up if you're trumping. If you trump, and if the other guy trumps and you try to neutral get up, then they're just going to get trumped. So they have to commit to a get-up attack, a jump, or a roll. And at that point, and they have to do it with the fixed buffered timing. If they wait, then they die. And at that point, you can start conditioning them. Because once they're committing to that option, you can then pretend to go for the trump and go for something else instead. That's where the ledge traps come in.
That's something I like to do with Lucas a lot. Actually, before I dropped him, I was talking to one of the players at my local, and he was always talking about how he feels like rolling, just pressing the shield button is the fastest option whenever you're on ledge. And then I just used that to my advantage whenever I trumped him with got the up smash read.
It's not necessarily the fastest option. I'd say jump is the fastest option.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But...
roll is actually the slowest option by definition because you can't move until frame 50 after you start rolling. 5/6 of a second. Almost a full second before you can press any button, regardless of what character you play.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how much time we have right now. We have about half an hour. No. We have about
like
20 minutes. 20 minutes. That was a good chunk that we got done talking about. So, is there anything else you want to talk about regarding ledge trapping before we move on?
So sometimes whenever I play against Cloud, and he'll be standing like right here, I'll have trouble getting off ledge like that sometimes.
Okay, because
especially when he has limit.
He's reacting to what you're doing, and he can just up air out of shield, whatever he wants. He can just kill you with a well-placed attack, things like that.
Yep.
So what you need to keep in mind in this position is that he cannot react to what you're doing, unless what you're doing has enough lag. So for example, you as Ness, if you do a rising forward air from this position, he can't possibly react to it, he has to anticipate it. So if he's holding shield, and you forward air, you can die. But there's other stuff you can do instead. Like for example, stand to grab my roll. No, stand to grab my my get up attack. I mean my neutral get up. What the hell am I saying? That? Oh my god, this lag. Okay, so you're blocking because you can't react to what I'm doing. That's the way you can get off the ledge.
Okay.
Just footstool off of his shield. Force him to respect your presence, and then use his position to get massive air. Try it. Let me see what Ness's looks like.
Oh, oops.
You want to not go so low, because then it makes your intention obvious. Try dropping and immediately double jumping. Here's the thing. There's something you need to practice. Instead of pressing down, try pressing back. So you don't go so low, and so there's not as much movement from your opponent. There you go. Now against Cloud, maybe that's not the best option, because your horizontal airspeed is atrocious. But it's an option you have. And on a stage with platforms, it could be a good option. Because you can land on a platform and be able to mix up your landing. Other options you have, if Cloud is in that position, you could honestly just do nothing. Like, you could do something like this to threaten him and just scare him. Like, get in that position to grab my neutral get up. Cross up his shield as a back air. Because he's respecting your forward air. He doesn't want to get caught. So, if you're in that position, and I'm holding shield, once I realize that you're getting over me, I might drop shield. And in dropping shield, like maybe because I'm rolling or because I'm spot dodging or whatever, you can smack me. If you just do that, then you're gonna die because the Cloud cannot be out of shield and do so many things.
Yeah.
Generally, the reason that I say use back air is because your back air has a lot of damage, has good range, so you can be far away from your opponent when doing it, and pushes your opponent back. Meanwhile, a landing up air might push your opponent forward, and that would make it easier for them to punish you out of shield. If you hit someone with a retreating back air, then they'll be stuck. They'll be pushed farther away, and you'll be moving farther away, so it'll be a lot harder for them to punish you. The more distance between you and your opponent, the more safe you are. But the main thing, that's the main thing you got to keep in mind, is you can't react to what they're going to do. Or rather, they can't react to what you're going to do. So you can use that to your advantage. If they're standing, like, they can react to neutral getup, that's why they put themselves in that position. And anything that they can't react to is generally safe when they're in that position holding shield. Because, like, what? I roll, you can react to that. I jump. What are they gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna catch the landing. Even if you're holding shield with this, they could just run under you and prepare to up it. You do the footstool thing, you just blew a jump and they can still potentially catch you. Like, they're generally relatively safe. It's a powerful position, especially for Cloud. Especially against Ness. But then you can do so many things to mix them up. Simply because of your presence. But it all comes into the way that your opponent acts and the way that you act. So you can condition, if they condition you to do something, then you're in a bad spot. If you condition them to expect something, then you can be in a good spot. So like if you always jump, and you're trying to cover the jump, then you can do something else and get away scot-free. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else regarding less shopping before we move on to Diddy stuff?
No, not at all.
Right. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our favorite monkey man.
No contest. Free for all.
So full disclosure, in case it wasn't obvious already, I don't play this character. Just, in case you were wondering. Boy, I hope this music doesn't mute the video. Boy, oh boy. Okay, smash it, that's fine. So, how much time do we have to talk about our boy? Okay, about 26 minutes. No, about 16 minutes. I'm giving you an extra 10, goddamn. Okay, so, what exactly is it you struggle with this character? Let's start there.
Hold on 1 second.
Sure, take your time. That's what I want. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Just shut down Diddy Fair. Who needs Diddy Fair? Diddy back here is busted.
Okay.
Welcome back. Okay, so what exactly is it you struggle with as Diddy Kong?
Whenever Diddy has the percent lead,
You mean
I
like
get
now?
King Cattle.
Okay. So I mean like now.
Yeah, just like right now.
Okay. So let's break down this wonderful position that we're in. So if Diddy Kong's holding a banana, and he has a percent lead, he's just gonna wait for you to press a button, and otherwise just do something like this. What are you gonna do about it? Let's break this. Instead of trying things, let's think about this. Don't do whatever you're going to do. Just tell me, and we'll see if we can get through this. So let's analyze the situation. Diddy Kong's throwing pellets, trying to force an approach. You stay back, he's probably going to charge a pellet like that, and just force you to respect this. He has a percent lead, so you have to approach. Let's think about how you can approach. What does Diddy want to do? When will he throw the banana?
Whenever I'm in the in the distance of a banana.
It's not necessarily when you're in distance of banana. That is part of it. Like he can throw it. Like right now you're in distance of banana, but if you back off right now when I throw it, then the banana's gonna miss. So maybe Diddy doesn't want to throw it there. Diddy wants to throw a banana when he thinks he can get a confirm off of it. And the way that he thinks he can get a confirm off of it depends on what you do. Oftentimes, usually it's because you committed to something. So for example, if Diddy Kong sees you dash forward, he can throw a banana. If Diddy Kong sees you jump, he's gonna hold shield until you land and then throw a banana. At wherever you land. So thinking about that, what can you do about that? We're setting the scenario. If you commit to an option, Diddy Kong will throw banana.
Yeah.
If you land, that's a commitment, so Diddy Kong will throw banana. If Diddy Kong hits your shield with banana, because you didn't commit, what happens there? This is one of the very important things. A lot of people don't know how to deal with this. So we're going to learn how to deal with this right now. Ness cannot safely approach without substantial risk. Diddy's optimal punish is banana, so he's always looking for his opponent to commit to a risk, utilizing safe risks. Exactly. Like, you have to use safe risks, like approaching with a shield. Doing this bait and punish against Diddy Kong playing passively. Because that's exactly what this is. Remember, passive has a disadvantage against bait and punish. So if you bait Diddy's passive options, passive anti-approach option, which in this case is throwing banana, or using side B, or whatever else Diddy Kong can do, then you won't have to deal with it. So playing that max range play, if Diddy Kong's throwing these pellets, you can't really use your position for this. But you can use your shield. And if you're going to be using your shield, you have to know how to deal with this. If you block Diddy Banana, what can you do? We're gonna walk through it right now. Throw away the peanut. Okay, so if I want you to try to shield grab him. When I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Shield grab as early as you can. My bad. Okay.
Damn.
Try it one more time, because you should be able to. It might be Wi-Fi lag. There you go.
Okay.
The answer is yes. If Diddy Kong tries to instantly grab you like an ignorant monkey, then yes, you can shield grab him.
Oops.
We're gonna try that one more time.
Dang it. Alright.
Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. One more time. Very nice. And now, let's do it one more time. My bad. Okay, one more time. That's the other option that Diddy Kong has. If he throws out an attack, and you go for the shield grab, like try the shield grab right now, even at percents where you're not gonna die. Let's try that again. I think I was a little slow. Oh my god, I'm bad. I don't play this character, god damn it. Okay. If you keep holding shield, then you win against that. Like the person will, Diddy will throw out the down tilt, and then you'll get a nice shield grab off of it, and Ness loves the shield grabs. But if you go for the immediate grab, like we were trying to do a moment ago, hold on, you're too close. If you go for the immediate grab, Diddy Kong's just going to down tilt you and get a confirm off of it. Or up tilt you and you die. You know, it's just, those are the options that you have. The other options that you have in that situation are just rolling, to be honest. Like here, just, I'm gonna throw the banana, I'm gonna try to grab you, I want you to roll. Easy, get out of jail free card. So, that's the thing. When Diddy Kong hits your banana with shield, no, hits your shield with banana, not hits your banana with shield. God damn it. It's too late for me, I'm sorry. So when Diddy Kong hits your shield with banana, you can play a 50-50 game that could result in you getting a grab. And those are pretty damn good odds. Because if Diddy Kong hits you, what does he get? If he grabs you right now, he gets a grab, up throw, forward air, and you took like, what, like less than 20%? Meanwhile, if you get a grab, what do you get? Well, nothing apparently. You gotta get me better than that. There you go, alright, you get a nice combo. I'm taking stupid percents and I'm off stage. That's a lot better than what Diddy Kong's getting. Generally. Like, Diddy Kong might get a little bit more. He could down tilt you and then get a grab off of that and then get his less than 20%. And overall, it's not bad. But that's the thing. Your reward is higher than Diddy's. Diddy's just better at neutral. Diddy wins neutral a lot, and because he wins neutral a lot, he gets a lot of reward over time. That's how Diddy plays. And then eventually he has his very consistent kill setups, like down throw, up tilt. Which, I mean, Diddy Kong players will swear it's not consistent because people always fall out of it. But, I mean, if people fall out of it, like, 10-15% of the time, but you're landing it like 1,000 times per day, then who cares? You'll eventually just get it with another down tilt. It's very consistent, it's very easy to land. So, in general, that's how you want to deal with banana play. You block it, and then you either roll to say, no, I don't want to deal with this, or you play the 50-50 game and either keep holding shield and shield grab the attack, or just immediately grab to call out the grab. And then you get a lot of reward as Ness. That's how you want to play video games. But it's not just about shielding, because if you're just shielding when Diddy Kong's holding this banana here in this position, if you're just trying to shield to get in, then eventually Diddy Kong's gonna hit you with one of these. Sweet Monkey Love. You don't want to deal with Sweet Monkey Love. Like, this shouldn't be legal. For multiple reasons. Even when you're on ledge, you're not safe. So, is there anything else that you struggle with Diddy Kong? Well, I guess we could talk a little bit more about the banana stuff, but in general, it's just use your position to your advantage. as long as Diddy Kong's not doing this. Because if Diddy Kong's doing this, then you're not going to be able to use microspacing to break through banana stuff. Stay on the ground. The tip that I always used to get was that, oh, here's another way that you can do it. Watch this. Stop for a second. So if I'm holding banana, I'm staying here. It's not going to be as easy if you have, if Diddy Kong has a lead. But let's say in this position where Diddy Kong's at 114, he's playing super patient, you're at 46, and he's just trying to find an opportunity to ignorantly throw a banana on you and get it confirmed. What can you do in this situation? Yes, that's gonna work on every Diddy Kong that's just holding a banana. No. What I was gonna say is that banana hits you when you are on the ground. So don't be on the ground. Just don't land ever. Don't jump either. Just get on the platform. How's Diddy Kong gonna hit you with a banana when you're on a platform? What's he gonna get? That's the most he can do, and that's easy to see coming. You can react to that from a mile away. The worst that Diddy Kong can possibly do is hit you with an ignorant side B. Or hit you with one of these. The Z-drop banana shenanigans. But no Diddy does that. The few that do that, don't do that. You know what I mean? No one does that. Except for the people that do, which don't. Because they don't need to. So, other stuff with Diddy Kong. Is there anything in particular that you struggle with besides dealing with banana? Now that you got your banana primer?
No, other than that, about it, man.
It's just a character?
Yeah, just whenever he plays.
Aggressive.
You struggle dealing with aggressive Diddy Kong?
I mean, no. Whenever he plays defensive.
Oh, yeah. Whenever he's dealing with this banana stuff. So, I'm going to be playing passively a little bit with Diddy. Give you a little bit of practice here. The main tips I can give you before we begin is forward air is a lot less safe than it seems. It's a commitment. Like, yeah, he can auto-cancel the forward air and get some stupid, ignorant hits off of you. But for the most part, for one thing, you're a little boy.
It's 11 o'clock.
I can't just do this to you if you're a little boy. I can do this to you if you're in the air, so if you're trying to space out with your aerials, then this is free. But if you stay on the ground, I can't even hit you. And if I throw out the attack, then the whole time that I'm landing, you can punish me. So let's reset our percents and then let's practice a little bit. I'm gonna be practicing Diddy Kong. You're gonna be practicing messing up my Diddy Kong.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. You did the thing, by the way. Just making sure you're aware of it. The hold forward. Now that I have a lead, I'm going to be playing patient. And if you commit, then I'm going to hit you with banana. If I hit you, you might die. So be very, very careful about what you do. Don't commit to anything. Patience. So you gotta actually get something for this, though. Oh my god, Diddy privilege! I'm so sorry! That should have never happened. You should have gotten that shield grab. Benny, how do you sleep at night? Alright, let's try that again. So the main thing that I could tell you is that you were falling into some autopilot options there. You were jumping in neutral against banana, when you should remember that if you jump and land, that's a free banana. Oh yeah, you know what? That's true, man. That's true. You don't practice Smash 4. You can sleep at night just fine. So, if you jump, that's a free banana for your opponent. So long as you know when you land. If you land on the platform, you're safe. But if Diddy has to leave, then maybe not. What you can do is you can use the platform to mix up your landings. Like, you can bait the banana by, like, running off the platform, pretending you're going to land, and then double jumping back onto the platform. Like that. But it might be harder for Ness because he has a very floaty jump. Anyways, let's try this again. Let's see how much time we have left. I'll give it a few minutes because I wasted a lot of time. Okay, for the other end. And let's go. Okay. My life flashed before my eyes. The ignorant Diddy option. The ignorant Diddy option is not working on you because you're a little more good. Good. That's not the button. What? Oh, it came out as kick. That's my bad. I was trying to experiment with something. Okay, let's try that again. Let's go. Alright. Onwards. Oh yeah, and another thing, don't give Diddy an inch. Because if you give him an inch, he'll take a banana. And the banana, you'll give him a mile. Oh! Good. Very nice. Let's go one more time. And then we'll do last question and then call it a night.
Alright, cool.
This time I'll try to actually play super passive with Diddy. Try to force you to deal with banana. Get more practice doing what we talked about. I'd be very careful with I should be very careful with that, but I wasn't. Oh my god, I tried hitting myself with the bolt, but I forgot that it's invincible at the start. Let's try that one last time. There was almost no banana practice in there. What I was gonna say is I'd be careful with the dash attacks that you're throwing out. Because you can catch me off guard with that, but you don't get much for it. And if I block it, then you're in danger. Alright, let's go. Okay. Oh wow, that one was in range. Damn, you really are, little boy. Diddy Kong, what are you doing? Diddy Kong, no! Okay, one last time. I swear I want to see this time. I swear. Alright, let's go.
I even had the perfect angle on that, and I still.
Okay, we're not counting that. We're doing one last one. This one's for all the marbles. We both had our spaghettis, and now let's eat them. Alright! So, all the marbles go to me, I guess. We're not doing that. Come on. Alright, let's go. It's too late for this. For both of us. We need to be going to sleep. Oh my! Hey Benny, can can you give me a Diddy lesson? Alright, let's go until we have our first match that isn't stupid cheesy. Alright, let's go. Oh my god. Should I just tag you in, Benny? Can I get him playing you? I think it might be a little more effective than what's going on here. This is a travesty. Okay. Banana? Now it's time to win neutral. Oh, but you're on the platform, so I can't do that. God damn it. No! And then you overcommitted. Very nice. But that's the general thought process that you have. The main thing you got to work on is dealing with banana on the ground. I think you need a little more practice with that, but you know what to do. You know especially what to do when you have the advantage, so that's good. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to provide a particular good experience. Like, this isn't a good matchup, first off. Actually, Benny, what do you think is a better matchup, this or Lucas? At the very least, in Ultimate, the match is probably going to be different. But we'll see what happens. Up air and Nair shuts Diddy air game down. Ness needs to control Diddy's airspace. Okay, yeah. Definitely a way of putting it. Because right now, Ness feels like one of those characters that Diddy can't really oppress in the air. He can oppress his landings, but in the air, Ness is king. Oh god, okay. Rude! Good stuff. The movement towards Diddy is the risk. Yeah. So if needs to manipulate Diddy's movement. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good advice. Are you reading the chat? Gutsy?
What's up?
Are you reading the chat?
Let me see here. I don't really see anything in the chat.
Oh, okay. What he said was, let's see. This is not a good matchup. Ness needs to control Diddy's airspace. That's where Ness beats Diddy. Up air and Nair shuts Diddy air game down. On the ground, Ness ain't doing nothing. He needs to manipulate Diddy's movement and force a jump out of him where he's vulnerable. The movement towards Diddy is the risk in the matchup. Ness bodies Diddy's air game. But on the ground and when landing is the issue.
Not long at all.
If you can...
No, it hasn't. It's been like 10.
If you can force Diddy off the ground, then you can win. If you can't force Diddy off the ground, then Diddy's got everything.
Tremendo, dude.
Anyways, I think that's a pretty good place to call it.
What's his name? Oh my god, yeah, I did.
So yeah, if there's anything else that you're struggling with, let me know. Feel free to follow up. But for the most part, that's what it is. It's what you heard. What I said when reading the chat, right? I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste it and put it in the notes.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and edit all that stuff later on. But should have everything ready for later on. Anyways, it's getting late for both of us, I imagine, but definitely hope this helped out. If there's anything that feels like it was missing in the lesson, please message me. I'll definitely try to clear things up. And in terms of dealing with the Diddy matchup, I really hope this helped. My Diddy is garbage. We're very aware of this.
I really do help though. I really do.
Okay. Glad to hear, man. Thanks a lot for the support. And definitely good luck. Let me know how this works out, especially in your future matches, and definitely hope it transfers over to Ultimate.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too.